Alright, guys, my name is Jesus Barone with Lead and Bacon Podcast. Listen, so I'm breaking away from my original episode 7 topic, which was the temple. It's called the third temple. I'm still going to do that, but I might be changing it a little bit, and I'm going to tell you why. The psychology behind geopolitics and the perception that Americans have, or that the rest of the world has on Americans. But I want the rest of the world to know. And before you judge me or base your decisions on what you see in my background or what my other content is, I want you to really pay attention to what I'm about to say. Okay, it's hard to explain, but I'm going to try my best. Okay. When you are a patriot, let's say myself, I'm a conservative Republican, right? Doesn't mean that I am pro-government at all. It means that I am pro the people, pro, constitutional rights, pro the Constitution. So when, for example, Joe Biden backs Israel, I'm for his decision to back Israel. Like, I'm not anti-Biden for that particular thing, right? But when it comes to anything else, as far as other decisions, I am anti-Biden, okay? But it's kind of hard to explain, okay? Let's put this into perspective. Joe Biden and the Democrats support open borders, okay? Israel was attacked despite being protected by a border. Now, if they didn't have a border, how bad would it be? Would it be worse? Probably, okay? BLM, Black Lives Matter, historically supports Democrats and supports Joe Biden. Republicans don't necessarily at all, well, they don't support Joe Biden or BLM. BLM tends to be Democrat-leaning. Democrats do not favor Israel. Republicans do favor Israel for the most part. However, BLM, certain chapters anyway, back Hamas. Now, if Democrats don't favor Israel, if BLM supports Hamas, if Joe Biden is Democrat, and Joe Biden and Democrats are pro-border, open border, circumstantially evidence points that what side are they on, really? I think that by default, Joe Biden has to say that he backs Israel. But I don't think he really does back Israel as a moral feeling. Now, where am I going with this? What's my point? Just hear me out. The spike in military-aged males coming over into our country from Venezuela, from Senegal, from China, which some of them are either extremist countries or Muslim-based countries. If you kind of put all these dots together, you start forming a picture, a big picture, right? What is the big picture, I ask? What is really going on? Now, not only that, the UN hates Israel, but the UN also sponsors the migration of all these people into our country. I know firsthand because I went to El Paso recently, and you see the little blue bags. I don't remember the name of the organization, but it's a UN-sponsored organization that's bringing all these military-age males. When I'm talking military age, I'm talking they look like me, strong, capable, and maybe 1 or 2 women out of every 20, 30 males. Maybe 1 or 2 kids out of every 30 males. My question is, why? This last year, there's been a spike of 900% of Chinese migrants coming into the U.S. Why?
And costly journey here to the U.S. all the way from China. Correspondent Jorge Ventura is live in Hidalgo, Texas. So Jorge, what are we learning?
Hey, Nicole, I'm in the Rio Grande Valley in South Texas, and in this sector alone, Border Patrol right now is apprehending Chinese nationals at record numbers. Now, compared to last year, they're already seeing a 900% spike in Chinese national apprehensions. The reason why that's so significant is because Chinese nationals are a viable commodity to the cartels. They're willing to pay up to $35,000 to be smuggled into the U.S., and it's creating a unique challenge for U.S. Border Patrol. Behind the wall on the U.S.-Mexico border,
are they hugging the ditch area?
Is the Texas Department of Public Safety. They're walking towards the shed. Working in partnership with the Border Patrol to stem the flow of illegal migrants crossing into the U.S.
No se muevan.
We spend time with the Texas DPS brush teams to get a first-hand account of the issues they face every day.
They're dealing with the uptick in Chinese nationals, especially in the Rio Grande Valley sector, which it's unusual. Before, we would never see this many Chinese nationals coming across this area here.
The numbers back up Lieutenant Olivares. In the first 5 months of the 2023 fiscal year, there have been 4,366 encounters with Chinese nationals at the southwest border.
Why? Same for African countries, Venezuela also, and other countries. Now, Mexico, who's on the southern border, is a sympathizer for China, Russia, and Iran. Now, I hate the word conspiracy theory because it is an automatic trigger for people. It sets your mind like we're all programmed. We're all programmed, people. Like, if I say fake news, you're programmed to respond a certain way. If I say conspiracy theory, you're going to be programmed to respond a certain way. So let's break away from the media programming for a second, and let's look at this info that I just gave you. Just piece it together, okay? I'll say it again. Israel was attacked through its border. Joe Biden and the Democrats support open borders. There's been a spike of illegal migration into our country from questionable countries. BLM supports Joe Biden. BLM also supports Hamas publicly. Democrats don't favor Israel. Let's paint the picture here, people. Let's paint the picture. I don't know. All I want and all I'm going to say is that if you are here in the United States and you're a military-age male that loves this country, that regardless of the imperfections that we have as a country, if you appreciate the freedoms that you have, I ask you to please forget all this social nonsense, all this bullshit that we argue about every single day. Start getting your spirit correct. Fix your mind, body, and soul. Learn how to fight. Learn how to shoot. And if you really do care about this country, I think you guys need to start waking up because, let me go back. That word wake up, or those words, triggering words also. Please, by the literal meaning of the words, open your eyes and wake up. World War III is right at the doorstep, and you guys need to wake up for sure. Like the real words, wake up. See the picture. Put aside Democrats, Republicans, pronouns, LGBTQ. Put it away for a second. If we don't have a country, we can't argue or talk about those things, people. We gotta wake up. Wake up. Wake up. My name's Jesus Barone. Let 'em Bacon Podcast. Take care, guys. God bless America.